All right, I did pretty much all my mix prep yesterday and this morning for this song. This is Adored by JessX, and one of our drum teachers, Sam, is playing drums on here. Basil, our other teachers, is playing bass. And I saw there was a new repitch beta out, and I was using it on a different project, and I can say that a lot of so far the crashing is gone. The memory hit is way less. The freezing up and sticking is way less. I don't think that they're giving you the option of where to put the project data, and I know I'm not going to be putting it in the project file anymore for sure, because that was just making it a nightmare. But it still seems better. There was a asking for an install location, so there's a chance that it actually allows you to choose. So it's so far it's looking good, I think. We'll see. And anyway, on to this mix. Like I said, I'm gonna try something new nowadays. That's really to get most of the mix prep out of the way. And still, mix prep is kind of a new term to me. I've always kind of considered all this stuff the same thing. But I've already done all the editing that I'm aware needs to be done, and so I will be starting from hopefully just turning things up and down and really putting in the goodies instead of constantly stopping to fix something. So I've already done it. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna start by just dropping the regular. I know you guys all love this stuff, so it's on there. This is the your SSL with your regular 10 milliseconds attack, auto release, 4-to-1 ratio, and I don't even know where they calibrate this thing yet. If I just leave it at 6, it seems okay. I'll start pushing things up until it works. I'm kind of new to mixing with mix bus compression on. I'm not super thrilled about it, but I do like how smacky it is. And Matt Merman said that he kind of prefers the mixes when I have it on, so I'm going to leave it there. And I know that sounds weird, right? A lot of people have been mixing with mixed compression since they started recording. But in my day, we often didn't. We left after the mastering engineer. We really got the mix sound in the way we thought we wanted, and it had nothing to do with this bus compression. But other people did. I wasn't usually me. Anyway, let me shut up, and I'm going to start by just doing some very rough levels so I can take a look at what I've actually got. So let me start playing this thing. Okay, so let's start with my only part, that my favorite thing, right? The drums. Yeah, I don't want to scare you. This is a beta here of Intuition. There's gonna be some serious changes to this thing, so it's looking a little crazy right now. It's gonna be nowhere near this nutty pretty soon. It's gonna have way better O-scope functions. That was the whole point way back in the day. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I don't know about this GUI yet. We got a ways to go. I'm hitting this a little bit hard right now for nothing. So I'm probably gonna do the internal levels a little bit. So let me just get the drums up a little. There's not too much plugins on here, and I already like the drum sound, so I'm kind of hesitant to clear anything out. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make another mix just in case I blow this. I'm just gonna save up another mix. I like the way these drums sound already. I kind of don't want to touch them, but what fun is that, right? So I'm gonna clear this whole thing out. I'm gonna get rid of all the plugins. Woo! Here we go. Kaboom. Okay, here's that exact same thing with none of the plugins on it. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay. still pretty much the same thing, just a lot of the hype is gone, right? So let's just start with the overheads. There's a couple places in this song where I actually unlocked the overheads in order to let the cymbals ring out so it wouldn't sound weird on some changes. This is a very sparse arrangement, so there's not all that much guitars and mud and junk to cover it up. This is pretty raw, guitar, bass, and some drums and some vocals. So there's not like synthesizer noises and alien spaceships flying in and explosions and stuff to cover up any edits. So had to do it the organic way, let's say. Oh, I hate that word. Anyways, so let me look at the overheads. Let's solo a little section. Let me see. Yeah, this looks good. Hold on, let me get this. Just want a little chunk with some cymbals and drums. Not really worried about the toms right now. So it's going to loop the overheads here. Okay, so don't let intuition scare you right now. Remember, this is an in-between beta, so it's going to look ugly. Look, see how it's all messed up? The GUI's all broke. Pretend you didn't see anything. I can almost leave it like this, right? It's almost like the vintage sound. I hear it pumping too much. I don't like that, so the one thing that I do with an overhead compressor is if I just need it to eat the snare and take it out of there, I will. I actually like the snare sound in here. I'm not going to mess with this. I almost want to put a high pass before this so that the kick isn't going to mess with it. I think I'll do that. I'm just going to use re-EQ for that. I could use our dynamic EQ, but I'm not sure which one's going to eat more. And all I'd really do is I'm just going to high pass the lows. Remember, Reaper's high pass is not all that steep, okay? So the drums sound so good that I'm tempted to leave a lot of lows in here. I may pull this back down later, but for now I'm just going to high pass it. And now let's look what the compressor's saying with that high pass on here. Still doing a lot. I mean, we could put a longer release on here. I don't think I need to. I don't mind this slam, so I'm going to be using a little bit less compression. Just going to knock some tops off here. And I'm going to leave that alone for now. Okay, so let's go on to the kick here. Okay, so of course I'm a little biased, right? I'm gonna have to use our multi-band gate on here. Not that it needs much, but again, let's just let's do this the hard way. So let's listen to what we want to fire it. And so if you were watching Adam Steele's video on using this gate, you may have remembered that it's really hard to get a low end signal to actually open up this gate. It takes a long time for it to hit, and one of the ways around that is to really crank up the look ahead. And I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to put 20 milliseconds of look ahead on here. You guys might think that's crazy, but still probably going to need it. And not just that, it won't hurt to have the transient shaper on here. And I mean all the way sustain off. Look at the difference here. Watch, I'll turn the transient shaper off. Look at the bottom where the threshold window is. Look at that blob, right? All I've done is turn the transient shaper sustain all the way off. And look at how much clearer that signal is. Now, because this mic is the inside kick drum mic, there's a chance that I don't even need to filter this key listen at all. I could probably have it up pretty high. And it would... I don't think the snare is going to open this thing. I'm almost positive, actually. So let me Let's get out of keyless in mode. Take the gate all the way out. See, that snare is pretty quiet. There's kind of like a dribble foot going on right here. I don't know if it's quite fair to call it that, but hopefully that's not a snare. No. Okay, so let's get the slap in here. And I don't mind if it clicks open. Don't care in this case because I want that attack. And you know what? It's not hurting me to leave this release on long. Once I get a compressor on here or whatever, maybe we'll think maybe it needs to be shorter. But for now, I'm going to leave it. Let me look at the mid band. I'll take this about lower than you might think. This is a yeah. No, it's an Audix D6. Yeah, I'm not sure. If I type on here on Restream, I'm not sure it reaches everywhere. If you're watching from Facebook or whatever, it may not. But it's an Audix D6 that's inside that kick. Okay, let me look at the low band. And as much as I like the click, I probably am going to leave the attack at 1 on here just because I don't want it to have on the low end. Low end acts a little bit different. It might end up riding the waveform. Okay. Okay. Seem pretty good. I'm going to use intuition on here. Again, don't freak out when you see the GUI. This is just a beta. Okay, let's see. I'm not really sure about the attack time. Let me just yank this down for now. What I'm looking for is just enough, just some beater slap, and that's how I'm going to make it. If I keep turning up the attack and it's not adding more beater slap, then I don't care about it. Now, do I want that thump? Maybe. Okay, let's start working this threshold. Okay, so see, when I was wondering about whether it's going to bring that snare up or not, it has, right? Okay, so I want that snare to end earlier. Where am I hearing it from? Let's see, I'm going to take out the low band. Okay, so I am going to make this shorter. Okay, so now put a lot of our dynamic EQ in here. See, you know, everybody says, "Oh, it's a kick drum. Add more bass to it," right? Actually, in this case, it actually sounds pretty good with that kind of solid thud there. I might. Usually that's just going to add noise. So let me look in the mud ranges here. I'm just anticipating what's going to happen with the bass guitar. I don't have any current evidence, but we'll see. Maybe turn the first band dynamic. I'm gonna bring that up until it kind of equalizes a little bit. I just don't want it thudding around too much. And let's see about adding some smack. Again, I'll probably just end up using whatchamacall, Alex's exciter thing, but yeah, sometimes I don't really like what the EQ does. Let's just check out exciter and see what happens. You know, this is one where I could probably do it with EQ, but I just like how this sounds. There you go. Let's get the overheads in here. Bypass band one real quick. Put that band on this band six. My drum folder. Barely touching the compressor, right? Nothing on the master compressor, so I'm going to bring this up. See. That's why I'm using that high pass. I'm still probably gonna demud this kick a little bit, but let's get the snare in here. I might end up eating a little bit of snare out of the overheads. We'll see. So get the snare top. Oh yes, okay. This is recorded so nicely. Yay. Okay. I like this, so I'm not super worried. This could definitely get multi-band gate. Probably gonna get exciter. I may as well put that in now. Multi-band gate. And I may sidechain this into the bottom snare mic to open it. We'll see about that. It's almost like I want to send MIDI out. Let's see. Do we have ability to send MIDI out from this? I thought we did. Yeah, didn't we have MIDI out? Let me add that. I gotta talk to our developers real quick. Let me tell them that might want to add MIDI out. And say we had a plan to have MIDI out on multi-band gate. I think it got abandoned, but it'd be good to send a MIDI signal over to the bottom snare mic so they both open at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. Might need to use some look ahead or something in order to make that happen, but we'll see. I can still send the audio. Sorry, I'm a little bit of getting old, having a little bit of high blood pressure, so it's kind of going through some crazy stuff right now. But let's take a look at this snare. Now that is a trigger signal. I think that might be okay. I keep saying that, but it's really probably not. It's actually pretty good. Might just leave that. Oh, I see. When stuff's recorded well, it's just so much easier to deal with. That you don't have to keep doing all these crazy tricks and fighting. Okay, so right now I'm gonna route the snare top to the snare bottom and use that as to open. I think we'll see about that. Let's do it for now. So I'm gonna make 2 new channels on there. Okay, so we'll tell it to forgot to say I want this to be pre-fader but post effects. So here's the track. Here's the side chain. Now there's a little bit of kick noise in there, but I don't think it's going to open it. So I'm going to use this track to open the bottom mic, the traps. I'm going to set the look ahead a tiny bit higher for this one, just in case it takes some time for that side chain to happen. Kind of like the trap to hit when the kick hits. I don't know that I really need the lows. happy with that. Yeah, we're gonna check the polarity. Because I'm taking so much lows out, it probably doesn't matter all that much, but you can hear it's a little bit louder if I flip it. Add dynamic EQ. I'll put Exciter on the bus rather than this channel. And I'm actually going to put the compressor on the bus itself. Depends if you want that gunshot sound or kind of more traditional snare sound. A little bit fluty for me. I don't know if I like that. the toms. There's not much toms going on in this thing, so a little bit weird, but. Yeah, you can hear it cut off, but I kind of don't care. Sounds pretty good, actually. Maybe demudding it a little bit. Actually, take a look at. I don't really need drum EQ for this, but I can probably do okay with it. And in this case, there is no Tom 2. I'll just get rid of this. There's not much good drum sections to loop. Maybe this one. emergency over here I'm going to take off in a second, but let me just first look at this tom. See how quick it dies? This is what multiband gate was for. I don't really have the time to do this one exactly, but I think we're going to be okay. I really want to throw a reverb on this thing. Again, I'm going to add exciter in here for some hype. Okay. Juice the hell out of the output, and I'm going to use Valhalla for now because my iconic reverb is very, very, very beta right now. So when that thing's done, we'll get that back on here. Man, I don't wanna stop because actually really liking this. I have to fix something at the school, sadly, but I don't want to because this is actually starting to turn out cool. It's really natural drums. I barely do anything to them. See, it's just that I don't like it dying like that. I don't know that you're going to hear it that way once everything's in, but it does bug me. I may drag these tails out and then use multiband gate to take out the cymbals, but let's see what happens when we throw the bass in here. I know I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, but let me give the snare a give the snare a reverb here. This is really giving me a long delay time. Yeah, the bass is the reference she provided me with had kind of a stand-up bass kind of sound. It's a little bit dirtier, so I've got a little bit of bass crunch in there, but yeah, it's not going to be it's not Flea, it's not Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's not going to be jumping up. It's more like a stand-up bass kind of sound, kind of the art rock kind of sound. Like bring the vocals up. There's a billion different things you could do, maybe crunch them up or whatever, but let's just see how they sit.
Everybody's lips, all the hard rips. I adore the way you never saw me, the way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're a tragedy. I only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're a tragedy. I adore the way I justified your name, gave myself the blame. love them back. Yeah, I adored the self-love that I lacked. I really fucking lacked. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, then I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and then I had to let you go. Killed my heart. The way you killed my heart. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, and then I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and then I had to let you go. And I adored you. I adored the way I don't want you anymore. You fucking faked it, you really fucking faked it. I adored the time we spent apart and meant nothing to your heart. I adored your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. All the heart rips. I adored the way you never saw me, the way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're born, and nothing to your heart. I adored your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. The way you fucking faked it, you really fucking faked it. I adored the time we spent apart and meant nothing to your heart. I adored your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. The way you fucking faked it, you really fucking faked it. I adored the time we spent apart and meant nothing to your heart. I adored your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. The way you fucking faked it, you really fucking faked it. I adored
you're trying to make, it's funny because this is still going on from, remember in the 80s, you know what, when the art rock stuff, I know this isn't really art rock, but that end, just that delay, like, so funny because you could have a whole song with no effects on it barely, but you almost can't end this kind of song.
I adored the way I don't want you anymore.
Without that echo coming out. Without the echo, yeah, it really depends. I mean, it's always up to the artist. Sometimes it could be they want it way drier. But when I hear that kind of stuff, I hear Sonic Youth, and like they might have crazy stuff going on in the song, but it might not be that effecty. But like the end of the song, there's always like this kind of delay. It's like spreading out into the universe. So that's what I hear. But this is always, you never know. Sometimes it's a lot drier. So let me see. I'm really not sure. I'm saturating the main vocals a lot. Not sure how I like the doubled vocals coming out. I'm trying to get them really powerful. Let's see how it is now. I just changed a lot of stuff.
Way you never saw me, way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're a tragedy. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're a tragedy. I adore the way I justified your name, gave myself the blame. I adore the way you romanticize our fate, never meant to be. I adored your lovers and the way you love them back. Did you even love them back?
Okay, so here, there's some overlap here. I've been changing the timing back and forth with this thing before it came in way too early. Still might be a little bit early. Almost want, I mean, this is like, if this were metal, we'd be putting a reverse cymbal in here, right? No way. But, let me see about bringing this just a tiny bit later. And then, I think it's asking for something right here, some kind of spaceship delay or something. Let's try that. This could be totally stupid, or this could be totally cool. We'll see. So funny. It's one free delay. Still using it for all this time. Maybe pan mono. It's gonna be like maybe a quarter note, and I want to drive the hell out of this thing, and maybe gonna take the highs out of it. Not 1,000% sure. And then so that's just gonna go only from this track. And oh, sorry, no, it's not how it's gonna go. First of all, I gotta route it. There we go. And I'm gonna make sure this is 100% wet. Blammo. Okay. So now send there. I gotta figure out why I'm doing this square, because let me see. So if I go to shape, envelope defaults, default point shape, linear. So why is it turning square? I have no idea. I will I'll figure that one out later. For now I'm just gonna add this in and put a point here, yank this. Look, see, it's square again. Why is it square? I don't know. One of the mysteries of the universe.
I adored your lovers and the
Wait. No. Okay, so that high cut is way too much. It may just be this distortion is too much.
Your lovers and the way you I adored your lovers and the way you love them. I adored your lovers. I adored your lovers and the way.
Could do it. It's so tiny, but it seems like just like you need to fill that with something. I don't know.
Romanticize our fate, never meant to be. I adored your lovers and the way you love them back. Romanticize our fate, never meant to be. I adored your lovers and the way you love them back. Did you even love them back?
All right, then the other thing is the jump between the doubled vocals and the single vocals. I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be stupid. So
Way you never saw me, way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're tragedy. I adore the way I justified your.
and I usually don't like saturating vocals, but I actually think it's working really good in this case. So I'm going to add that to the chorus. All right. What am I saying? This is tape, and it's 63%. Just do the same thing for this one. I have this. I know I have this EQ'd a little bit different, but
I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy. Only saw me, way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're tragedy. I adore the way I justified your name.
I know it sounds like it's waiting for a whatchamacallit, like almost a rockabilly delay on that part, huh? I don't think I'm gonna like it later on though. Not that delay. Holy hell no. It's just something short. Sounds too effecty, doesn't it? It's cool, but not. Yeah, I want this one. Let me see what it's like without the double on it.
Way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're tragedy. I only saw what I want.
I almost want to make saw like half a note higher.
I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy.
What's the next one do?
I only saw what I wanted to say.
Well, that one's way different. Okay, I'm not gonna copy. All right, I think I just have the doubled vocal a little bit too loud, and I'm gonna make that more even. So let's see the transition between the chorus and the verse.
I only never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're tragedy. Only saw way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say,
lot of good dynamics between the chorus and the verse. I think I like it like that. Turn the vocals down just the tiniest bit in the chorus, but probably not gonna really make much of a difference. Let me find a loud chunk so I can really try and figure out the mix bus stuff. See if I'm pushing the compressor too hard.
I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason. I only saw what I wanted to say, and only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what
Looking
I
good?
wanted to say, that's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only knew what I wanted to know, that I had to let you go. I only knew what I wanted to know, and that I had only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say.
Okay, let me see what this is like. I'm really supposed to be fixing this AC right now, so whatever. Let's see. I need to hear this.
I adored the false lie you created. I adored the way you fucking faked it. You really fucking faked it. I adored the time we spent apart meant nothing to your heart. I adored your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. All the hard rips. I adored way you never saw me, way you never knew me. I only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, that's the reason we're trapped today. And I adored the way I justified your name.
Okay, it looks like I'm kind of okay with the chorus vocal volume, but it seems like the verse vocals need to come up. Maybe all the vocals, but let me see.
That's the reason we're trapped today. Your kiss and how it's on everybody's lips. All the hard rips. name. Gave myself the blame. Wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say. That's the reason we're trapped today. Only saw what I wanted to say, and that's the reason
It's not a metal mix. So like the snare, it's not really scooped mids. It might be a little bit too pingy if you were talking like metal. But I think it fits for this. I could put more of the metal snare on here, but I like it for this. Almost could dull it out even more. I think I'm pretty okay with this. I probably want to let it live with it for a bit. Render one. Send it to the artist. If she don't like it, then maybe make some changes. Pretty okay with this. But I really gotta fix this air conditioner problem we got here. Where we have a bunch of classes in and everybody starts freaking out. So, not 1,000,000% sure about some of this, but pretty good. Make MP3. I'm not gonna bother with the wave right now. 320. If you don't know, you don't have to go and make these separate anymore. You can Reaper will let you do a secondary output format. You could do your waveform. Not positive, so I'm not bothering with the wave right now. I'm just gonna make an MP3, but this could really save you time right here, secondary output format. So make sure you're checking that out when you get a chance. So I think this is right. Time selection. Yep. Here we go. And then I'm gonna go. Oh man, okay. I still see little bumps. I'm happy. I want to see it all bricked. This might be competing with some bricked stuff, but the reference actually was more dynamic than you might think for this year. Hour and a half. So you really just spend an hour and a half mixing. That's nothing. Like, most of it's mix prep though, but I did that yesterday and this morning on and off. So that's probably why there's so little time on here. But again, I didn't get like crazy detailed in here either. So it's a pretty much basic mix. I don't know when Glenn is back from Sweetwater. I think he said a week. So if you guys been following the what was the name of the video? Let's see. Let me go back to Spectre Studios. Let me make sure it's not playing.
I need your help.
So this one, man, the comments just. So I'm still looking at this one. I'm going to crack up if the RTL, the round trip latency of that 16 samples in scare quotes of Studio One is actually 9 milliseconds round trip latency, and Glenn thought it was faster than 128 in Reaper. I am given that 50-50 odds. I forget what it's called. It's the dropout protection. That's what they call. Dropout protection on Studio One adds latency, and I'm almost positive they're going to have that on by default. I don't know for sure, but I'm betting they do. Let's see what kind of crazy. I mean, it's the comments on here have been absolutely bonkers, man. Oh, speaking of bonkers. So let's see. And they've been so crazy. Sounds like a processor issue. Anything but Reaper. Yeah, what a dummy. Digital Performer. Haha, awesome. To Studio One. The pops come out in recording. Well, there shouldn't be any pops anyway. More ignorance of Reaper. You say 86. All right. Yeah, see, this was another one that we called it, right? Peter, thank you, Peter. This sounds like a computer problem. I would swap in your Mac with a simple PC and see if you have the same problems. I don't have advice. But Peter, come on. If you watch this video, you know he tried Studio One and it worked. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure dropout protection was on, and that's why it did okay on there. Different drivers, no. He's running at 64 samples or 32 samples or something. That's asking for issues at anything. Mac is overrated. Well, I'd say that. Man, I don't want to hear these double mix things. Okay, anyway, send this off to the artist. I'm gonna go fix what I'm supposed to fix before any students get in here. Let me email the artist. She gave me her email address. Oh, I already had her email address. Oops. So this is JessX. The song's called Adored. When it comes out, make sure you guys all jump on. It's probably gonna have DistroKid and you know YouTube and all that stuff. All right, yeah, I definitely got to get busy. Here comes the pictures. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.